It is often said that when taking on any task, that it's crucial to have the right tool for the job. And for most of us, it's easy to conjure images of specific items to fit any number of those needs. This, however, is assuming that you have some understanding of what the job is, and therefore what tool is required. But what do you do when your task is by its very nature unknown? When it comes to the study of the afterlife, it may surprise you just how many tools are available on the market today. From a centuries-old novelty, now sold as a toy targeted towards children, to capturing photographic evidence via ultraviolet light that cannot even be seen by the human eye. Here we look at the top 5 best ghost hunting tools on the market. So hit those lights, sit back, and enjoy. The Ouija Board. While their exact date of origin remains shrouded in mystery, the Ouija board first entered into mass popularity in the late 1800s. Heavily associated with growing interest in supernaturalism in the Victorian era, it was a constant presence at many a séance of the time, and even still holds favour today. Despite a few minor changes over the years, the general layout of the board has been pretty standard. A board with complete alpha and numeric lettering, along with basic words for simple communication. A planchette is then used to link these characters and words together, in a way to directly communicate with spirits. Often, a group of people will gather around the board, each with a hand on the planchette as it moves allegedly on its own. And just like most board games, the Ouija board even comes with its own set of rules, such as never play alone, never harm the board, and never end a session without saying goodbye. While the source of most of these rules are just as mysterious as the board itself, it is a wonder how something seemingly so creepy could be marketed as a children's toy for ages 8 and up. One of the most interesting things about the board is its long history in pulp culture, from being a key element in the famed horror classic The Exorcist, to supposedly being the source for rock star Alice Cooper's famous name. The Ouija board has cemented itself into Hollywood legend, and with its very own successful movie franchise, this classic piece of frightening fun isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So ancient magic or spooky party trick, I'll leave that for you to decide. Spirit Box. A board game is one thing, but imagine hearing the eerie sound of a supposed ghost with nothing more than turning on a radio. The usage of audio equipment to prove the existence of ghosts has been around for decades. Also referred to as EVP, electronic voice phenomena, is when unexplained sounds, voices, and even vibrations are caught on an audio recording. Most often, this is done with an everyday digital voice recorder. However, in the early 2000s, a new machine was invented to aid in the search for the afterlife. Created by offbeat inventor Frank Sumpton, a spirit box, sometimes referenced as a ghost box, is a small radio device usually hooked up to speakers that scans multiple radio signals in mass succession. Lasting only seconds at a time, the scan acts as a combination of white noise generator and translation tool. It's believed that because spirits do not have physical bodies, they are unable to communicate in a way that we the living are accustomed. The thought process is that by channeling their energy in the rather low-tech device, that ghosts can create the words needed for communication, both by manipulating the words that are being focused on at that exact second, to more complexly using the AM/FM signals to generate echo of the deceased's own voice. Many people claim wholeheartedly that they have captured the unmistakable voice of their loved one using the spirit box. Skeptics, however, like to point out that most of this could be nothing more than wishful thinking and a case of audible pareidolia. Regardless, this technique has proven vital in many popular TV shows and documentaries over the years. And who knows, maybe in time, communicating with the afterlife really will be as easy as turning on a simple machine. K2 meter. With all the current breakthroughs in technology, specifically in regards to ghost hunting, it would be considered wise to remember the tools that have been around, not only longer, but that still pull their weight during investigations even today. The K2 meter is just such a tool. A handheld device that helps monitor electromagnetic frequency, or EMF as it's known. The thing that marks this device as one of the most interesting is not in its ability to find ghosts, but rather to debunk many logical and scientific factors that can be the cause for supposed ghostly activity. A K2 meter is a highly sensitive device with 5 designated lights ranging from green, yellow, orange and red, able to direct an array of both man-made and naturally occurring signals, such as radio frequency and magnetic frequency, all the way to the wiring in your home and even the cell phone you may be using to watch this video. More often than not, this tool is used to create a baseline of known frequencies in the area being investigated. Once marked out, the ghost hunter can then make note of the findings not accounted for by the K2. Full spectrum camera. When it comes to providing proof of the afterlife, typically the first thing to come to mind, and most sought out, is that of photographic evidence. The interesting duality to this is that while it often remains the most desired, it is also the most common to be faked. As photographic technology has advanced, so too has the ability to manipulate pictures, be it during the development stage or post-digital tampering. Not only is this technology well known, it is also widely available. So how can any real ghost hunter be sure that what they capture is that much more genuine? Well, by arming themselves with a full spectrum camera. This device, while simple in its premise, utilizes the true full spectrum of light, including ultraviolet and infrared. Unlike most photo sessions requiring perfect lighting, this camera is used in darkness, making the claim of its authenticity that much more convincing. It's believed in the paranormal community that ghosts, spirits, and unknown entities hide within this spectrum of light, despite being around us at all times, just merely unseen by what our human eyes can perceive. If you look at some of the pictures taken using this method, it's easy to see why. To be able to take a picture in an absolute pitch black room and be able to capture something explainable is thought-provoking at the very least, and definitely a tool that all aspiring ghost hunters should have. Kinect technology. Many people are leery of the paranormal and go out of their way to avoid any connection to it, be it for spiritual reason or plain fear of the unknown. That being said, it might surprise you that there very well could be a unique and eerily fascinating ghost hunting tool in your home at this very minute. Most people are familiar with the Microsoft Xbox and have kept up with their ever-evolving game console over the years, including the Kinect, released in 2010. This was groundbreaking technology at the time in terms of motion detection that continues to pave the way for today's advancements in fully immersive home gaming. However, it was not long into the launch of the Kinect when reports of strange unexplained images and stories began to surface. The Kinect is essentially a motion tracking camera device that lets you play your favourite game while also navigating various menus as well. A few years and a few upgrades later, the Kinect can now instantaneously detect up to 6 individual people in a room, along with unique heat signals, heart rate, and complex facial recognition. It does this by generating a skeletal tracking system, in which infrared light is projected in a series of dots that helps create a picture of what is being captured. It is so advanced that it works even in complete darkness. And while the Kinect does not come out of the Xbox ready to be used as a ghost hunting tool, it is easily adapted to do so. By adding integrated software and apps, you can now visually see what the Kinect picks up, whether your eyes can see it or not. In most cases, it's a picture of a stick figure humanoid, sometimes more than one, some still and others quite active. And while it's easy to assume the device very well could be glitching, all it takes is a quick glance through YouTube or Reddit to make even the most callous of skeptics get the chills. What gives the Kinect such credibility is the fact that most alleged ghost phenomenon captured was seemingly unintentional, which speaks volumes for believers and non-believers alike. So next time you're all by yourself, playing a leisurely game in the comfort and privacy of your own home, and suddenly a second presence is detected, just tell yourself that it's only a game. So there you have it, 5 of the best ghost hunting tools on the market today. Are they legitimate providers of concrete evidence, or just high-tech wishful thinking? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also check out our Ghost Hunting Essential ebook over on Amazon by clicking on the link in the description or in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.